I'm back with episode 3 of my podcast. I really don't care that it's actually a vlog because I just love the word podcast, so sue me, I guess. But my third guest is a coworker and friend of mine. She is a mother, a sister, an awesome employee, and she actually doesn't CrossFit, so how are we friends? No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, I just wanted to introduce you to this awesome creative bubble of fun, Debbie Barnstable.
Hey guys!
Yeah, so I wanted Debbie on this podcast, I'm saying it again, because she has changed her life in the past year, and it was super cool to watch you grow and see the changes. So Debbie actually changed her lifestyle, like the things that she ate, to lose weight and get more fit. So will you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Can I just tell you? I don't have to look at the camera.
Yeah. She's being camera shy.
I'm being camera shy, yes. Let's see. So probably about, 2 years ago, I think?
Oh, wow, it's been 2 years.
I think
Sorry.
It's probably been about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I was just going home every day after work and just watching TV, laying on the sofa, and just feeling very drained. I was really tired all the time, going, oh my God, is this my life? And not, drilling chocolate and desserts, and just not really watching what I'm eating. And before long, I normally pretty heavy, like in the hips and butt area, but it was starting to go to my stomach, and I was like, okay, enough is enough. So my girlfriend at work says, there's a plan I want you to try. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. She's like, well, what do you have to lose is weight, so just do it. So I got on this plan where I was taking enzymes and really changed my diet and started working out more. And it was crazy because, as you know, that first couple of weeks I was quite a bear to be around. I mean, I was snapping at everybody because I was no longer eating sugar, and that's rough on a body. Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about that because I do remember during like the first week, I would say, and I would say that's kind of the make or break for most people.
Right.
When they first start trying to, no one really, now we're used to eating like the healthier alternative options.
Absolutely.
But would you rather have a big, delicious like pastry in the morning, or like, the boiled eggs and the Ezekiel bread with the almond butter, So that first transition for the first week, I feel like people get to like day 5 and they just,
I was really cranky.
And I would say you can attest to that, but it was weird. It was like after the first week or week and a half, you seemed to have more energy. The mood was gone.
Right.
Would you say it's kind of like a little bit of I don't want to say withdrawal, but it is. It's a sugar withdrawal, right?
Oh, it's totally a withdrawal.
Yeah, and you got through it.
I did get through it.
I feel like if Debbie can get through it, anybody can get through it.
Yeah, because you guys have no idea how bad I was.
I'm just saying, like, she was a little snappy, and I can attest. I've been snappy too.
But if anybody's tried to get off of anything, alcohol, drugs, or anything, I'm sure that journey is pretty tough, and it's you don't want to like get back into it. So I really tried hard not to, and then so all my friends knew, and they tried not to make as much fun of me as they probably wanted to, but I made it through.
Too.
So yeah, I had a really awesome support system.
Yeah,
with any kind of addiction. I was addicted to sugar. I love sugar, and I still love sugar.
There are studies that it's almost as powerful, if not more powerful, than cocaine, which sounds crazy, but think about how much sugar we actually consume every day, even on healthy foods, things that we perceive as healthy.
Right.
If you look at the ingredients on the back, usually, and I'm sure you learned this on your journey, the second or first ingredient is sugar.
Right.
So it's very important to look at.
Absolutely. Look at all the ingredients and stuff. So, so I did that. And then I was probably in 2 weeks, and she knows me. I didn't lose any weight.
On the scale.
On the scale. I was like, what is going on?
She's like,
I am done with this.
I'm not eating my chocolate anymore.
And I thought immediately I would drop, but I wasn't that heavy to begin with. I'm sure that other people, maybe who are a lot heavier, will lose all their water weight
on the scale.
The scale, but I wasn't losing anything, and I was getting very frustrated. But I kept going because
and you had progress pictures.
I did have progress pictures, and things started feeling feeling a little looser, and and I did have a lot more energy. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to keep going with this. Also because my friend, I had to be in this stupid program that she wanted me to be in. And so I was like, okay,
I'm just gonna stupid, Debbie.
I'm just going to keep doing it. So again, you have to have someone who puts goals on you, or you put goals on yourself. Because had I just gone the 2 weeks and just said I'm doing that without like pretty much spelling those goals out, I would have not made it.
Well, and I think that the most important point that I heard there, which I hear a lot of people struggle with, even my friends, and I've gotten a little past it myself, but I used to struggle with it, is not seeing that number move on the scale.
Right, it didn't.
I mean, you're going through all the motions, you're eating all these veggies. It's so crazy because I know people struggle with eating healthier, and you're like, yeah, I'm making all these changes, I'm doing everything right, why is this number not moving? And sometimes it might even go up a little bit.
Right.
But like you said, you felt the changes, and I think that's an important point.
It is.
It is. I wish I was able to edit this and put the pictures of her ankles. If people want to see it, like seriously, it's amazing the transformation that her ankles were holding such inflammation.
Right, they were. And they were disgusted. And that was another reason why I went ahead and started doing this, because I was really disgusted with my whole body. My stomach getting fatter, my ankles were fat. I'm like, I'm too young for this. And so I start this. I got past the 2 weeks, I got past the month, and then a pound was coming off. So I mean, it wasn't that great, but it was. But it was. And then the next week another pound would come off. I was like, okay, so you start doing all the calculations, and you're like, okay, if I keep this up, I'm going to lose some serious weight. So I probably, overall, when I was like really focused and really trying hard, I probably lost about 14, 15 pounds.
It was amazing. Because I never thought of you as heavy.
Doesn't seem like a lot, but it was a lot for me. You could see it in my face.
Yeah.
My ankles went back down to what they should be.
Yeah.
I ended up getting off of blood pressure medication and stuff, because
so amazing.
Yeah, because I was starting to eat right again. So and again, medication. Doctors put you on medication because you're not eating right, and a lot of things. Diet and exercise can take care of a lot of things.
Yeah, lifestyle change.
It's
not. I think it's frustrating when people call it a diet, and I think we talked about that. It's not a diet. You really have to change your lifestyle.
Right.
And that's why people yo-yo with their weight so much, because you go on these strict diets. It's like no chocolate, no chips, no spaghetti, no beer or alcohol for 12 weeks, and then when you can't have it, you just gouge yourself.
Right.
And so I know, like, when we have, I don't know why I feel like we have cake every other day at work.
We do.
But I mean, we used to eat the cake every time it was there. A slice.
At first I would not eat. At first I would not eat it.
Pre-lifestyle change.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, a whole piece of cake.
And now
you and I just get like
a little bite,
a little sliver of it, and we even split it. And so I almost feel like at those, what was the name of that place, P.F. Chang's or whatever, where they used to have those shots of dessert.
Oh yeah.
I always feel like if I could just take a little shot glass in my purse, and like anytime I wanted dessert, just put that in there, I would feel so much better, because I really want that treat and not miss out and feel like,
it's homemade. We have great cooks at our work.
We do.
Like, it's insane. And I think we both talked about, because I love cake and I always feel like I need the biggest piece ever.
No.
And I think we talked about how when we started splitting, and we would just chat for a minute about the cake, and then we would be like, oh, our craving's actually gone.
Right.
Like, it does satisfy you.
It does.
And it comes back to everything in moderation. And I see that in you now, and it's almost like you pick and choose. That goes along with moderation.
I don't eat every birthday cake.
You don't need every, it's the goodies, the good ones,
right.
the Chris Walker cakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
love
the
you,
chocolate.
Chris. So good.
And the other thing is okay, so on this journey, I talked about nutrition. And so of course I did some study, and I can't, just like you, we can't process what carbs and sugars, and the majority of people can't process those. So I got a diet plan, or kind of like a substitution plan, I guess, on what we could eat. So I can't have anything like white bread, white rice, white pasta, anything
Any
like
processed
that. Any
food,
processed
really,
food.
which
So,
no one should eat anyways,
right.
really.
But I don't want to take away that, let's have spaghetti tonight, so I'll make the brown rice pasta.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as the white, but it's not bad.
Especially initially.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with going and having, once every. Sorry, I thought that was Bruce. Did you not think that was Bruce?
I was just seeing who it was.
I really thought it was Bruce. Hi, Bruce. Yeah, like again with moderation, but yeah, once you start making those transitions, it's almost like when your body processes it.
Right.
If like you feel better, like
Yeah,
and when
you
you
do.
have those bad spaghetti, which it's good to have sometimes.
You don't feel good after
feel
that.
sick.
You do.
No
You do.
energy, lethargic.
Right.
And most people, like you said, how you felt every single day of your
Right.
life.
And I think that's it. Then once you do that, you're like, it's just easier just to go get the brown rice pasta.
Mhm.
Or, I don't sit there and eat, chips, but they have substitutes for chips. Aldi's has those, what do you call those, black bean.
Yeah, black bean chips. They make like sweet potato chips.
Right.
I personally can't have sweet potatoes, but they make sweet potatoes.
I can't either.
Yeah, and just for the record, a lot of people go to healthy eating, but she did get a plan at Foothills Wellness
I
Center.
did.
Just so we can kind of put that out there, because we have been talking about plans and enzymes.
Right.
And for those at home, that could be just a little confusing. But the lifestyle change,
Right.
in general,
Right.
is
And so instead of any kind of bread, I get Ezekiel bread, which I actually
so good.
I really love it.
I know, it's my treat.
So I have Ezekiel bread in the morning. I have like boiled eggs, or
Mm-hmm.
I'll fry an egg and olive oil, and I just don't put a lot of garbage on it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
put a lot of sugar, or not sugar, but cheese, and I just just try to eat it as plain as possible.
Natural
and
eating.
it's still filling. You put spinach, or anything.
More energy,
Yeah.
weight loss, and better skin, less toxins, all because of a lifestyle change. That was hard.
It was very
Still
hard.
can be hard on some days,
Yes.
but worth it in the end.
Absolutely.
And you also said you started exercising.
Well,
So that was funny, because I'm all like CrossFit lady.
yeah. Well, you always keep making me go exercise with you.
I try to
too.
make.
Yeah. So I go, at lunchtime, and
And
yeah.
tennis. You picked up tennis, right?
Picked up tennis.
See, it doesn't have to be CrossFit to be fit
No.
or in shape. Yeah.
No, I can't. Yeah.
Debbie
No.
can CrossFit. Anybody can CrossFit.
Yeah.
She just
I
actually I make
choose-
you do some
I
CrossFit.
choose not to CrossFit. And,
She plays tennis and with your husband, right? Or you do
well-
yoga with your husband.
Well, yeah, I do yoga with my husband sometimes. Play tennis poorly, and
Go on walks?
Walks, hip hop. I love hip hop.
Oh, hip hop's fun.
Yeah,
I love hip hop.
and then I'll try to get maybe like once a week an exercise
pump
class
or something.
Yeah, a pump class or something at the Y,
Mhm.
which I change it up a lot too, which is what I really like to do to keep it interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I know it's a great life change, and I know my parents, I mean, I'm at that age where hopefully someday I'll get married, and I know they always say they want to look good at the wedding, and you have 2 boys around my age. They're not getting married, this year or anything, but I know you want to see them live their life and achieve their dreams.
Right.
So this lifestyle can help you and your husband, kind of stay fit and healthy for that.
Oh, yeah.
For the rest of, really your life.
And the cool thing is with my husband, he's now eating the Ezekiel bread. He doesn't know any better.
He's
I'm
used
like-
to it.
he's
Yeah.
like, oh, let's try this.
He does what she says.
Yes, and he does what I say, and so he's feeling better too. We're eating
These
thank you.
bugs, sorry.
We're just eating better, and it's the 2 of us, and we can eat pretty light at night, and I can make him lunch or breakfast or whatever to take with him to work. So it's been working out really well.
And I honestly can say that I'm so proud of Debbie, and I've seen so much change in her. Seriously, lifestyle change completely. We go out to a lot of work lunches together and things like that, so I definitely see it in action. And I think the moral of that whole story too is just, it's hard. I mean, she was cranky.
It's very hard.
I had those first 2 weeks, I'm sure a couple other people could attest, grizzly bear, but it was worth it. I mean, you just have to realize that you have to persevere with anything in life, basically.
Absolutely.
This
yeah.
too.
Yeah, and so they knew I was really doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were nice enough not to say anything until months later. Like, wow.
Rainbow after the storm.
You were a real bear.
Yeah, so funny. And so, along with the coworkers, Debbie is a relationship life guru. She's so awesome. She's been married for 32 years,
Correct.
right? 32?
32.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
So crazy.
Day after Valentine's.
Yeah, so crazy. Longer than I've been alive. Just kidding. I won't make fun of her for that.
I'm older than her parents. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that.
Not by much. Just kidding. My parents will kill me. But everyone at the office kind of looks like she's couple goals. She's the epitome of couple goals. And so she's been married 32 years. They're still so awesome, and it's so cool to watch them together. So part of being healthy and fit is having a good mindset and good relationships. So I was wondering if you could share maybe, like, how do you guys do it? Like, if there's any advice to give either young couples or someone who's struggling, like, how do you guys do it?
Well, I know how we do it.
Yeah, what's the advice?
Well, I think you guys have to set up we're like, it's goal. I guess I'm very goal driven.
Mm-hmm.
To set up your goals on, what you want out of the relationship, especially when you get married, like, financially. I mean, my husband and I don't really have any problems financially because we kind of see our financial situation the same.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, one person's not going to go out and spend all the money, and the other one is, just going to be really frustrated with that person and stuff.
Yeah.
We talk about things, and you just need to talk. Communication is the biggest thing. So yeah, you just talk about financial. Where do you see your kids? How do you want to raise your kids if you do decide to have kids? What are your goals with each other?
Mm-hmm.
And
you guys still have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do. And yes, and that's one thing I'm telling these people here now. When you do have kids, definitely spend time with, just go out on dates. Don't, it's not all about the kids, because the kids will leave you. And
Drew, Wesley, come home.
I know, they will leave you, and you will be stuck with this person you don't really know. So.
Oh, gosh. But you do know, because you kept dating.
We do.
That's just advice.
We did.
Yeah.
And we ended up at, once the youngest one left, we ended up going on a vacation together and just rediscovered each other. So, the second half of our life's going to be really awesome.
So
yeah.
See,
so communication, talk about your finances and your children goals and where you want your life to be.
See, and you said he was so supportive. You're just sneaking in the Ezekiel bread and the brown rice, and Mom's the word.
There you go.
Because he's supportive. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to leave people with today?
None.
Well, thank you so much for sharing,
welcome.
and thanks for persevering so you're able to tell your story about weight loss. Don't look at the number on the scale.
Oh, no. No.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Just
All right.
do it how you feel.
Yeah, how you feel.
Take
pictures.
And if you have energy, and if,
Yeah, and just know it's going to be hard at first. Whoa.
Just know. Yeah, those are our points for today,
Bugs.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bugs out here.
And the bugs. If you saw some crazy stuff on our face, it was gnats. Apparently we attract them because we're so sweet.
Whatever.
All right. Thanks, Debbie, for being a part of this.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. I'm
Bye.
sure she'd answer any questions, and have a good day.
Bye.